Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Vlad. I'm the co-founder of Venuto Group, and I wanted just to give you an introduction about a new channel, a new strategy in order to acquire new customers, because market change every single day, and you have to have these updates every single day with what happened in the market. And I have a new way where you can actually acquire customers, because I'm sure that you've tried different methods, like for sure if you are a software development company, if you are doing cybersecurity solutions, or you are a SaaS, I'm sure that you've tried like sending cold emails and you end up in spam, or people are not interested, you have zero replies on it. You rely on referrals, which is great. You can actually scale it, so it's hard to do it. Industry events are great, even if you are doing webinars, workshops, even if you are doing face-to-face events are great, but it's actually a limited channel in order to hyper-grow the company. So if you think about the long-term investment, the long-term strategy of your company, just doing industry events will not gonna work, because actually you don't even need a big team. Look at Instagram. They achieve $1.2 billion just with 13 employees. So you don't need a lot of employees on the tech side and so on. You just need players that can do the work in a great way, and not a lot of employees and so on. Another example, Twitter. Elon Musk actually fired 80% of the staff, and he runs exactly the same way Twitter with 20% of the staff that stay at the company. So it's a big difference. Also, I'm sure that you're trying to build your network, doing the networking side through LinkedIn maybe, or events, but actually you can't scale it. On long term, you can scale it. And I'm sure you've tried lead generation companies, marketing companies that just generate leads. Their main goal is just to generate a few leads, maybe a few appointments, and that's it. But these things are not working in these days, and you need a holistic approach in order to go after your market. So what other options do exist? Well, we have an interview spy strategy. So the outcomes that you can have is to build your go-to-the-market strategy. You can talk with over 25 people every single week, one-on-one with them on the Zoom call. So this is the way that you can really understand your market better, not on ChatGPT, Google, or YouTube, and so on. Just talk with your audience. Also, we want to move your pipeline without selling them directly. I will explain you exactly how it works. You don't have to use volume on it and just quality, but after that, on long term, you have to double down on it and just leverage both parts, volume and quality. And the next part will be to leverage your offer in uniqueness, because there are a lot of companies that can create a lot of value for their customers, but they don't know how to position this in the market. They don't know how to have a proposition that can explain all the value that they provide in the market, which is hard, to be honest. This interview method will gonna help you exactly based on your markets, based on job titles that you want to approach, and so on. After we have these interviews, we can create a lot of angles that can help you with all the acquisition channels, so you don't have to worry about the lead generation side, because 90% of the lead generation side is through your research market. 10% is based on your offer and your copy. For sure, it matters like your offer, because you can have the best copy, but if the offer is not good, it doesn't make any sense. But the research have to be done to make an offer to be great for them and to make them to respond to your message. Also, very, very important is to help you on building assets for your company in order to book more meetings and actually use these assets in your nurturing process, because general companies have 3 or 4 interactions with their audience, and you have to have at least 12 interactions with your audience through your nurture process. You have to provide value upfront to your audience. So this is how it can help you. Now, how we are actually going to do this, because there are a few things that we need to keep in mind. And what is the difference between going straight to the point with an offer and this interview approach? So in the first, we need to understand the market target that we want to go. Like maybe you want to go doing, cybersecurity, for an example, for finance, for banking. You have to get in touch with chief financial officer, maybe with finance director. So I'm going to use my emails, which is Venuto Group emails, in order to talk with your audience, doing this interview approach, creating a script, positioning in order to sell the reply, and book the call. By the way, I had per week between 24 and 15 interviews with fully qualified prospects. After I'm going to do these interviews, I'm going to record all the calls, making a document with all the insights, with each prospect that I've had the call, asking the right question, because it's very important to make it work by just asking them. So for an example, maybe you are selling cybersecurity and you will think like, maybe you have an objection sometimes that people are gonna choose the Fiverr guys or Upwork guys to do this part. But you can do and you can position this thing better, like why you choose or what are you not choosing to go into cybersecurity, because they haven't had any cyber attack before. Okay, so what happened if you will have it? What is the risk? What do you think are the next steps? Also, if you are selling a CRM, I'm going to ask them, like, what CRM do you use at this point? We offer HubSpot, for an example. Why you choose HubSpot? Because there are a lot of CRMs out there in the market. Because I like this and this and this. And also, if you will have like a magic wand, like Harry Potter, what will be that wish that you're gonna have, or do you want to have in your mind to improve at this software? Like, what do you want to improve or to add something at this software that you can be like, oh my God, this can really help me and my needs? And they will answer to that. And you use these insights, and after that, you're gonna use your emails and get in touch with your audience, because there are two different companies, two different domains, Venluto Group and your company. The most interesting part is that they don't know that, for an example, we work together, or they don't know that I've done these interviews and I help your company in order to move the pipeline with them. I collect all the insights because you don't need to send thousands of emails every single day. And after that, you're going to use your emails to get in touch with them. It will be a fully personalized email, will be exactly and completely personalized, customized email based on interviews that I had. So they don't know you, they don't know me, so there is not any concern about it, or they cannot be skeptical about it. So we can leverage this part and we can move the pipeline. Like for about 14 interviews, we can move 14% of this pipeline into the meetings, into your pipeline. The most interesting part again is that we were doing these interviews and they don't know that, for example, we work with you. And the message will be so relevant for them because there are three problems in these days. The market become oversaturated, the lack of trust is higher, and there are a lot of sophistication buyers. And the problem for that, to avoid these things, you have to create this relevance in the market. And we put in the message exactly what they want, what they need. And you'll make your job easier in order to book more meetings. So the problems can be solved by just having a different approach. But you will think like, why someone will actually join to this interview method? Why a CEO, why a chief technical officer will take their time in order to make an interview with you? Well, there are two types of people. The first one who plays on his ego, he wants attention, he wants to be listened, he wants like everybody in that room, for an example, to listen to him, and this is how he can play on his ego. The second one is to back to their community. A lot of people are so blessed, they want to give it back to their community and they can respond to any question that you have, and you will get your responses to each customer that you've done this interview method. But very important to make it works, it's how you position this message in their eyes. Because I've bought a program and I saw people in that program that were sending over 1,000 emails and they had just one meeting. And that guy haven't moved into the pipeline, just did the meeting and that's it. Which is great for go-to-the-market strategy, but it's not enough. You need a lot of meetings in order to validate something, to see what angles, what person was in the call and so on. So there are a lot of things to keep in mind. And I use a different approach where I position this interview and this podcast different beside these guys, because they were just creating a white paper approach, like giving you an exchange white paper for taking your time in order to make a call with me. Some of them reply to that, but the market become oversaturated because again, people just copy and paste and it doesn't work. And I use a different approach, and I had 11 meetings just throughout, like I sent just 315 emails. And if you don't trust me, you can actually watch Russell Brunson progress or journey. He did the exactly same way for his SaaS company, and now he has a $1 billion company, a unicorn company. So for a summary on how you can use this interview approach in order to book a lot of meetings that can help you to understand your market better and better, book more meetings, move these guys that you've built a relationship, move into your pipeline. And another thing is that if they agree with that, you can record a call with them and post it on your LinkedIn profile, on your YouTube channel, on your website to create more proof. Because giving you an example, if I'm going into the automotive industry, I will going to do a podcast with a vice president or a director of sales, director of, I don't know, product manager, product owner at Bugatti, for example. So if I'm going to record this podcast, he actually is the authority in the market, and all the people in this industry will gonna watch it because he is the authority. He is the proof of work, and people will look at me like this guy knows something that I didn't know or I don't know. And why he booked the call with him, how actually he get in touch with him. So it's all about how you position this part. For a summary, just select your audience that you want to find all of these insights. Ask the right questions, use a different approach in order to get in touch with them. Very important, because if you are using the same approach like everybody else in the market with the white papers, research papers, it doesn't make any sense. The fourth one, it's about what angles have you got from these calls, because these angles, very important, these angles will build your pipeline. You need this part where you actually find all your angles in order to get in touch with your audience. And with that, you can build a lot of trust, a lot of credibility, proof of work, proof of concept, social proof, and you can move them into the next step. So this is how this strategy works. It's something different because people, again, just spam with offers. People are enough with this part, especially if you are doing cybersecurity, software development, even if it's custom software development, or you are doing SaaS. People are just overrated. Like, they got a lot of emails, a lot of messages with a lot of offers. And also this part with the interview can create you a lot of assets that you can use in your direct approach by doing an educational way in order to get in touch with the people, like building a workshop event, maybe a keynote presentation, a webinar, and so on. So you can have a lot of positive responses. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you find this valuable for you and your organization, and let me know if you apply this one. Let me know what results have you got. Thank you so much. And if you want to learn more about what are we doing, for sure, just give me a message or leave a message in the comment, and I will share with you more about this framework. I will share with you a custom presentation, a custom growth plan for you and in your organization, where I will walk you through each part of the process and how to do it by yourself. So thank you so much. I'm Vlad, and have a wonderful day.